Ladies and gentlemen, we officially don't have long left to wait now to get our hands on Delta Force Hawk Ops. The game's delayed alpha test is officially dropping on August 6th, and today we're going to go over everything you need to know about this upcoming test, including all of the ways that you yourself can get access to it. And stick around because I've also got a giveaway running for some alpha keys as well. G'day there once again viewers, your mate Kamikaze78 here, and today folks, let's do a deep dive on the Delta Force Hawk Ops alpha test and everything we know about it so far. So yeah, as we said before folks, the alpha test for Delta Force Hawk Ops is officially dropping on August 6th, which I will say is nowhere near as long as I thought we would have had to have waited after we got that initial delay. It's only been, what, a 2 to 3 week long wait from the original release date of July 18th? I mean, my god, it's a little refreshing to see a game developer move quickly while also focusing on getting some good, high quality content out there. Now thankfully, there are plenty of ways that you yourself can get access to this playtest in the coming weeks. Firstly, and probably the most straightforward and foolproof method, is by completing the official survey on the game's website or by registering for access on the Steam store page. If you are selected through this process, then you'll receive your game key at the very latest by August 5th. But in addition to that folks, I am also running a giveaway for 5 alpha keys over on my Twitter. I've got it linked at the top of the description down below, and all of the instructions on how to enter that are outlined in that tweet, but I would highly recommend you guys put your hats into the ring there as well to give yourselves more chances to get an alpha key. There's a lot of creators doing this at the moment on Twitter, so keep your eyes peeled across your favorite creator networks. But failing all that folks, there will also be Twitch drop campaigns running where you'll get a chance to win a key that way. We will be streaming the game heavily during the alpha test, so I highly recommend that you guys swing on by my Twitch channel, also linked down below. It'll be great to see you guys there. All in all, there are a lot of ways to try and score yourself a key in the lead up to the alpha, as well as during the run via the Twitch drop campaigns. There's also going to be a lot of people pushing to get in, so grabbing as many of these possibilities as you possibly can will get you a long way in giving you the best chance to, gain access to this alpha. So that's a quick rundown on how you can get into the alpha in the coming weeks and how you can catch yourself enjoying Delta Force. But what content exactly are we going to get our hands on during this alpha test? And you want to know what the crazy part is about this alpha test, guys? You are going to get your hands on more content in this alpha than you did in Battlefield 2042's beta. Make that make sense, right? Game mode wise, we are going to have 2 modes to enjoy: Hazard Operations and Havoc Warfare. Hazard Operations is set to be the extraction shooter take from Delta Force, aiming to take a stab at the quote-unquote Tarkov world of games here. The best part here is that we're going to have 2 Hazard Operation maps to enjoy throughout the test, with a 3rd one on the way later as the test continues. The fact that we're getting a new map dropping later in the test tells me that this test is actually going to be up and running for quite some time, which is exciting in its own right. But to me, more importantly, the fact that we're getting multiple maps for a single game mode in an alpha test is pretty insane, and it's a bit of a stark contrast to what I've come to expect from the industry as of late. To me, it'll be interesting to get our hands on this mode and see how much attention to detail they've paid to the quality of life side of things, given that this is where a lot of competitors in the extraction shooter market tend to drop the ball a bit, so I'm hoping they've learnt some lessons from looking at what the rest of the market is doing. But I think the mode that most people are excited for is Havoc Warfare, Delta Force's 32v32 player game mode that'll see players fight it out in large-scale battles featuring infantry and a variety of land, sea, and air vehicles. Basically, Delta Force's take on the Battlefield franchise as far as gameplay is concerned. Now, similar to the Hazard Operations mode, we are getting 2 maps to test for this mode in particular, but no 3rd map has been confirmed for this mode as of yet during the playtest. But as I said a second ago, guys, I'm going to dare to posit that this is what most people are most keen for when it comes to this game overall. We are going to find out very quickly if this game is going to be the next quote-unquote Battlefield competitor that people are so desperately looking for in the gap to the next Battlefield release. And if Delta Force smashes it out of the park here, then man, I reckon people are going to flock to this game in droves. So the fact that we're getting multiple maps for multiple game modes to test over this alpha period is a great start in my opinion. But believe it or not, it's not the thing that I'm most excited for when it comes to this, alpha test in general. No. The thing that's got me most excited is the amount of weapons and customization options that we will have during this test to play with. Delta Force is going to feature 40 weapons for us to test from day dot, including a complete and total customization system in the gunsmith that will let us go as far as to tune our exact details on an attachment to attachment level. The example that was given here was fine-tuning the position of your foregrip alongside your rail, which will have statistical changes to how your gun will perform. Now again, maybe I'm just a little bit too conditioned to being disappointed by this industry at the moment, with an example of only receiving 24 weapons on the full release of a game, you know what I mean? But this is such a nice change of pace just in general that I feel like it was worth calling out in this video here as well. I mean, just in this screenshot here alone, we get some real appreciation for how deep the customization is, even for an RX Spear. It includes the stock, rear grip, foregrip, magazine grip, rail, barrel, muzzle, sight, and even canted sight options. It's pretty insane just how much we're going to be able to customize our guns here, which is going to lead to some insane amounts of weird, wacky, and effective builds to try out. Given that a system this deep is running off of the baseline of 40 weapons at the time of this alpha test going live, I reckon we're going to be finding new kits and builds every day, even more so for the full release of the game. We're also going to have 6 operators to run with during the duration of the playtest, that being Kai Silver, an assault operator rocking an exosuit and a hand-mounted triple grenade launcher, Terry Musa, who is a hulking engineer operator rocking a sonic UAV that paralyzes enemies and a sonic trap to boot, Luna Kim, a recon operator that sports recon and volt arrows that either mark exposed enemies or deal electric damage over time, Roy Shmee, a support operator that rocks a therapeutic pistol with the ability to heal multiple operators at a time, Wang Yuhao, another assault operator with a compressed air shell, which will knock opponents down in an effective area apparently. And lastly, we have Mai Jiawen, who at this time we have no information on whatsoever, but a character screen here tells me that she might be looking at being another recon character at this time. So it overall looks like we've got a pretty healthy pool of characters and abilities for us to choose from, all of which are grounded both aesthetically and into set class archetypes, which basically avoids the problem that Battlefield 2042 had at launch, where specialists could rock any set of gear that they wanted, bar a special ability. Everyone in this game will be limited to a set pool of gadgets that all work within the context and the goals of their operator class. A great design call that helps to put some extra structure into the game. So the long and short of it is, guys, is that we've got a lot of content to look forward to here with Delta Force Hawk Ops. And once again, I can't emphasize just how much we're being shown here by comparison to what's been put on display by the remainder of the industry over the last, let's say, 2 to 5, maybe even 7 years. But on top of all that, the developers also did a very short Q&A session that actually unveiled a lot of really interesting details about where this game is going and kind of the state they're in right now just more broadly, which is actually very exciting. First and foremost, the developers did outline that both the mobile and console versions of this game are on the way and under development. The console versions in particular are taking a bit longer because this is the developers' first time working with consoles of this nature, so it's taking them a little bit more time to, get that build of the game underway, but it is within their sights. The developers also answered a very common concern that was shared within the community at this time, that being the cosmetics of the game and the microtransactions. Will they stay grounded, and will they remain, within theme of a modern military shooter? The developers outlined that the cosmetics will be adhering to a realistic modern military theme for the long run and will maintain a grounded visual style. So no, Delta Force Hawk Ops will not be following the trends of, say, Battlefield or even more so Call of Duty, where the visuals just go completely out of whack and take you out of the experience. Again, really respect the approach that's being taken here. For the long haul, the seasons of the game will last 2 to 3 months, with maps, operators, weapons, and vehicles coming in each season. There'll also be thematic events occurring in Hazard Ops and Havoc Warfare to give the season some context, and it sounds like there'll be a pseudo-living story over time. The most interesting bit of detail for me, though, was that the developers said that they're apparently already commencing work on content for Season 4, which tells me that there is a lot in the pipeline ahead of time already, and if that's anything to go by, then we've got a lot to look forward to in that regard. It really does sound like that we've got a ton of content coming our way in this game's long run, and the fact that they're already working on Season 4 either tells me that they're overly confident about what they've got already, or they're just really far ahead of development schedule and want to ensure that players have a lot of content to play with on day dot and beyond. Remastered content from the original Delta Force games is also coming to Delta Force Hawk Ops, so a lot of people, I'm sure, who are long-standing fans of the series are going to be very happy to hear about that. And as a last little tidbit of information, dynamic weather events are also coming to the game, and it sounds like every multiplayer match we play in Delta Force Hawk Ops will have a different weather effect applying to the match that you're in. So overall, guys, I think it really goes without saying that Delta Force Hawk Ops is potentially going to come into the market swinging here and really show a lot of the other big players just how they should be actually doing business here. I think we've got a lot to look forward to here, and I will be bringing you guys a ton of content on this game when that alpha test drops. So if you came for that, be sure to subscribe to the channel and also like the video. It does go a long way in showing your support. And as a reminder, once again, check out our link in the description down below to our Twitter giveaway. I want to see all of you guys entering there and putting yourself up for as many opportunities as possible to win a copy of the game for the alpha test. Also, let me know in the comment section down below how excited you guys are for Delta Force Hawk Ops. But until next time, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out. Have a good one, everyone.